Hello everyone, good morning, good evening. Welcome to this Docker session where we are going to host a website on Docker. So website is nothing but a code which is written within the HTML, CSS or any front-end language or user interface language. Okay. So if that code is available with us, then how we can deploy it on top of Docker? That's what we are going to see within this session. Okay, so as of now, I'm not good in writing the code, front-end related code. So what I will do, I have one of the website where I got some templates related to this HTML and CSS coding. Okay, so this is the website like freecss.com slash free hyphen CSS hyphen templates. I'll share this with you within the description box. Okay, so within that you can see there are a lot many templates provided by them, and we can make use any one of the template to deploy the things on our Docker. Okay, so if I go to this cryptocurrency, in that case, if you want to see the live demo, then they have option available over here. And this is how their website look like related to the cryptocurrency, like services, then YS, then team. Each and everything is shown perfectly fine over here. Okay. So if you want to get this website on your system, you can definitely do so. So I have Windows laptop, so if you want to deploy it on the Windows, then definitely you can do so by just downloading this code. So let me download it at my end. Okay, so this is getting downloaded successfully. Now let me open that under the downloads folder. So this is the compressed file. So what I will do, I'll just extract this file, extract all, and extract at the same location. And within that, I got this folder, finexo.html, and within we have index.html. This is the landing page of any website. Okay, so whenever you are going to hit this website, the content from index.html will get loaded at very first. So if you want to see this on our browser, what you can do, you can just directly copy this path and paste it over the browser, and we have this index.html within that, and voila, you can see this cryptocurrency website got hosted perfectly fine on our Windows laptop. But this is not our end goal. We have to do it on the Docker. So similarly, what you can do, you can just make use of Nginx as one of the base image and deploy the website on top of that Nginx. It is nothing but on the web server. Okay, so if you see, do we have any image? Okay, we don't have any image available with us. Any container? No. Okay, so let's pull our Nginx image from our Docker Hub. This is the first time we are making use of this Nginx image, so that's where it will get downloaded from the Docker Hub. Okay, if you already are making use of this Nginx image, in that case, this will get saved on your Docker host, and you don't have to, means it will not get downloaded again. So you can see if I pull it one more time, it will not download from the Docker Hub, and directly it will get it from the local system. Let's see, it got downloaded successfully or not. Yes, this is the repository name Nginx. As of now, I don't have any tag specified while pulling, so by default it will pull the latest image. This is the image ID, and this image was modified 2 weeks back, and the size of the image is 187 MB. So all good till now. Let's create a container from this Nginx image. Docker container run is to create a container, hyphen d in the detach mode so that my container will be executing in the background. Let's give some name to the container and do some port mapping. This port belongs to the Docker host, and the second 80 belongs to the container port. And let's create a container from Nginx. If you are not aware like which port is associated with this Nginx image, you can inspect as well, like Docker image inspect Nginx. So this is going to show all the description related to this Nginx image. So if you just go up where it is defined, I'll show you. Just give me a moment. This is nothing but an expose ports in which port 80 is exposed for this image. It means the container, the process which are running within the container are getting executed on port 80. Okay, so we got the container created, Docker container PS, and let's see if it is working fine for us or not. Let's get the IP address of this Docker host with the help of NS lookup. If you are making use of the cloud, then in that case you have to make use of the public IP address to access this container. Okay, so let's colon 80 is optional over here because by default HTTP works over the port 80. So we got this output perfectly fine. Welcome to Nginx. It means we are able to access a container from browser. So from where this content is getting, that is nothing but index.html under the one of the file system. I'll show you. Let me log into that container. Execute -it. IT stands for interactive terminal. Execute is to get a shell of that or run any command within the container. Container name is C1 and let me log in with bash. If you go to user share nginx HTML, you will see one index.html file over here and the content with that you just saw over the browser, it's coming from this file. Okay, so if you modify this file, let's say, let's overwrite entire content. So I have overwritten entire content with both Dere. In that case, if you just refresh the page, then you will get to see this newer content which I had just added within that index.html file. Okay, so things are working fine for us. Now let's see how we can host this website within the container. So firstly, what we are going to do, we will install each and everything within the container. We will get all the commands and all those commands will be useful in the Docker file. Okay, so let me download this. Let me get this link address so that I can download the code related to that website. So I'm still within the container. Let me know wget is not available. That's okay because container will not have all the Unix commands. That's why it is a lightweight container. Lightweight is nothing but the size is very small. So let me install this. First of all, we need to update the repository, and once we are done with repository updation, then we are going to install this wget, and then the zip file will be, we are going to download this zip file. Okay, so let's wait till it completes this apt update. Okay, so this apt update got completed successfully. Let's go ahead and install the wget now. Apt install wget so that we can make use of this wget to download the zip file. Okay, so this got downloaded successfully. Let's make use of that command one more time to download the zip file. That's great. This got downloaded successfully, but it is again in the compressed format, so we need to extract it. So unzip. Unzip command is also not there, not an issue. Let's install it. Okay, so this got installed successfully. Let's extract the file, and that's all. We got the extracted version, so this zip is no more required. So let's delete this, and you can see we got this index.html. So now this index.html present under this directory. Okay, so whenever you are going to use directly without any path over here, then the standard index.html will get executed, And if you want that index.html should be executed under this folder, then let's provide the location over there. And great, we can see the website got launched successfully over here. Whatever we saw over the, I meant to say, Windows desktop while launching this website, things are perfectly working in the same manner. But this is the workaround that we have done. Like manually, we have done lot many things by logging into the container, which is not a good practice. This is just to see things are working fine or not, but this is not a permanent solution because let's say if this C1 container gets deleted and you create one more container from Nginx image, then you have to repeat all those steps, which is not a good practice. So for that matter, what we are going to do, we are going to note down all the steps that we have performed over here, and then we will create a Docker file with the help of those steps. Okay, so let me type history to get all the commands that we have used over here. Okay, so these are the commands. So now let me create a Docker file over here, and we will going to create a custom image with the help of Docker file. And these are the steps that we have make use of, which I will use it over here. Okay, so first of all, we need to start with from Nginx. Nginx is one of the base image that we have just used, and on top of that, we will do some customization. Okay, so first of all, we went into this directory. So let's make use of this command to work dir. Work dir is one of the instructions so that all the things that we are going to write post that will get executed under this directory. Okay, and these things are not useful for us, so I'll delete it directly. Wget is important for us. Okay, run is one of the instructions to ins so that sorry, the whatever the things which you are going to write after the run, that will get executed as a Unix command. Okay, but you know, wget was not installed by default within the Nginx image, so we have to install it first. So apt update and apt install this wget. Let's install unzip as well because at later moment we will be needing unzip. So instead of writing multiple times apt install wget apt install unzip, let's write everything in one line. Okay, so these commands are just me. Okay, so that's all what we have done till now. We have make use of this nginx as a base image. We went to this directory, then updated all the repositories and installed wget and unzip. So wget is to install this zip file from internet and unzip to extract it, and that's all. Let's save it and create a custom image. Docker image build hyphen t, give it some name, nginx hyphen custom website. Let's give a tag v1. Okay, so this will be the name of the image and v1 will be the tag associated with that image. If I don't provide any tag like colon v1, in that case a latest tag will get associated with that image by default. It's always good practice to give a tag to that so that if you update a Docker file and you want to create one more image, in that case you can give a tag as v2 then v3 so that you will know this was created for which purpose. Okay, now our image got created successfully. You can see Docker image ls and my nginx custom website. This is the name of the image. It's up to you what name you want to keep it for the custom image and tag as v1, and it got just created 15 seconds ago, and the size is a little bit higher because we have added some files within this nginx image. Let's go ahead and create a container from this newly created image. Docker container run -d. Let's give it a name as C1. Port mapping, let's say 1234, any random port which is free on your local host. 80 is static port, which we have to keep it as it is because container runs over that port 80. I think something went wrong. Docker container run -d. Then it is saying C1 container already exists. Okay, so what I can do, let me delete that container first. You cannot create two containers with the same name. That's where we got this error message, the container C1 already exists. Okay, so let's create it now. Let's check things are working fine or not. Yes, container got created successfully. And let's go ahead and access the container on this port 1234. Now over here it will not work because the previous C1 container we have deleted, which was there on port 80, but we have just updated port to 1234, and this -html, and you can see things are perfectly working fine. If you don't type this, only normal this, then in that case a basic. Okay, so let me just hold on. Okay, so this is not working because we have exposed the port 1234, not 80. So that's where earlier it was working because earlier we were making use of port 80 as a Docker host port, but now in newly created container we have make use of port 1234. So let's say if you make use of this 1234, you will get a default page over here. Okay, but if you want to see our website which we have just deployed, then you have to provide this endpoint because the index.html of our website is present under this folder. So that's where things will work perfectly fine after this. So this is how you can install or you can host a website on top of the Docker. If you want to clean up everything, in that case, you can just delete this container first with the help of rm-f. If you directly do rm and container name C1, it will not remove it because rm is to remove the stopped container. Okay, so you can make use of -f, that is a forceful attempt of deleting a container. Once you are done with this, let's see, do we have any container? No. Any image we have? We should have two images. Okay, Docker image ls. Okay, these are the two image, and let's delete both. You can provide the repository ID, this one, or directly provide image ID. Both are working. Both are okay to provide to delete a image. Okay, so we don't have any image over here now. So that's all for this session. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please do subscribe to our channel. I'll be posting similar videos and more Docker related projects on daily basis. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.